What is going on, my dudes and dudettes? Welcome back. My name is Dudemeats, and today we have so much Funko news. I'm not exaggerating here. New Anime Funko Pop leaks, new Funko Pops, restocks, and even New York City ComicCon pops that we could see at this year's convention.
This is going to be very...
Whoa, hey, that's not the right intro. That's the old one. Hey, hold on. Hey, where's the new intro at? What do you mean it? Yes, that new intro. We're supposed to use it today. Okay, can you hurry up? They're watching. They're gonna get bored and leave. Okay, put it on now, will you? Thank you. Okay, love you too. Bye.
This is going to be very entertaining.
And I do want to mention today's sponsor, and that is V-Rare Store. If you don't just collect Funko Pops and you like other things like designer toys, Pokemon products, fig pins, and more, well, V-Rare Store is an amazing place with amazing customer service, and they have their very own convenient app that you can use to shop with. Not to mention they have a mint guarantee policy, so every collectible you get from them is going to be safely shipped. So if you want to check out V-Rare Store, their link is in the description. Alrighty, so we're going to jump right into it. We saw some new restocks and other new pops coming out pretty much today by the time, and some other ones in the future as well. But the first restock that really caught a lot of people by surprise and we're happy to see was the Mount Lady Funko Pop from My Hero Academia. That is a Hot Topic exclusive that did restock on their website, and they look like they had a pretty good amount to go around. For me, I came in late. I was about 5 to 7 minutes late, and I was able to put one in my cart, but then it sold out when I tried to check out. You guys know how it goes, but a lot of people told me they were able to pick up one or even two for themselves, so it seems like they had a pretty good amount of stock going around. We don't know if they're going to do an in-store restock. I kind of find it unlikely for that to happen. Usually for these kind of older pops and more valuable ones that have been around for a little while, they're usually not going to do it in-store unless they just decide to do it, but we haven't really heard anything about that. Best thing is to just keep checking your local Hot Topics Instagram pages or their social media pages if they ever do comment and say, hey, we're getting in new stock tomorrow morning. But it seems like this Mount Lady restock did go really well for a lot of collectors. I know a lot of people were able to cash in on this. Speaking of another restock that is occurring across the country in the US, we are starting to see the Blacklight Venom Eddie Brock Pop Tea Bundle Funko Pop that's exclusive to Target starting to restock in store. A lot of people are super stoked to see that, and we started to see it in Wisconsin at first. They showed a full store of, or at least a full stock of these Blacklight Venoms in that Target, and then some were showing up on the West Coast as well, and even some up north on the East Coast too. So it seems like a lot of these stores are starting to get new shipments in for a restock for these Blacklight Venoms. It's been such a popular Funko Pop out of the Blacklight line and in the Venom line as well. It's really nicely done with its Blacklight features and details. I was able to get one from a buddy of mine who was so helpful to get me one for retail, so hopefully this is another chance for people to actually get it and not have to pay $70 to $90 for what it's been selling for, like on eBay. Oh, and we're not done with the Blacklight line. We still have some other ones to talk about, and that's the new Blacklight Marvel Funko Pops that we're going to be seeing. Pretty much we already saw them today. By the time you're watching this video, they would have dropped by 9 a.m. Eastern time on Target's website, and that is the new Blacklight Marvel Funko Pops. And we can see up here, we do have the new Ragnarok Hulk in his armor, or his battle arena armor. This one I think is really cool. This is going to be a 10-inch Funko Pop, and we kind of talked about this a little while ago knowing it was going to come out, but I didn't think they were going to do his Ragnarok look, because this is definitely a change from his original look as the first Blacklight Hulk, and I like it a lot better in all honesty, because that armor really does kind of add a difference into the whole green, neon yellow kind of look that he has going on with his skin, and this kind of adds kind of a contrast to it. So I think it looks really good. Let me know if you guys are going to get that 10-inch Blacklight Hulk. And then they do have the new Captain Marvel Blacklight, a Thanos one that looks really cool with his kind of war armor, his battle armor, and then Ant-Man, and then Black Panther. These are all going to be up available by the time you guys have already seen this. They probably will sell out fairly quickly depending on which ones are most popular, and I'm sure you'll start seeing them in store fairly soon as well. So let me know out of these new Blacklight Marvel Funko Pops what you're most excited to get. I'm not huge into Marvel or Blacklight that much, but if I had to choose any of these, it definitely would be the Hulk. And now for Star Wars fans, you guys have probably already seen this drop by now, hopefully, and that is the new 3-pack of Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Yoda on Endor. That is the new kind of spirit glow-in-the-dark 3-pack Funko Pop of these characters. I think it's super cool, and the detail on these glow-in-the-dark figures looks amazing. I think it's one of the best spirit kind of glow-in-the-dark blue Funko Pops that we've seen out there so far. They look really nicely done, and they have good detail in the pops and the clothing and everything like that, and even the facial hair. I think it's really nicely done. I myself am not a huge Star Wars fan, but I think it's something that I really want to pick up. So hopefully by the time that this all goes down, that I will be able to get one. It's going to be an Amazon exclusive, and from what I've heard, and it probably won't affect you guys by the time you watch this, They should be dropping 1:30 Eastern time on Amazon's website. Then again, I did hear someone else say it was going to be 9 a.m. as well, so I have some conflicting info, but obviously just pay attention because they could restock this along the way throughout the day, even though it might sell out initially at first when it first drops. So just keep monitoring the site and keep checking in to see, refresh the page if it does show out of stock. Sometimes that can't help. Also, for the Sword Art Online fans, the Asana box lunch exclusive Funko Pop finally dropped earlier this week and had a good amount of restocks out there as well, so people had plenty of chances to get around to it and get it in their cart and check out, and they are dropping it in stores as well throughout this week too. And I've heard a lot of people say there's just a buttload of them showing up in stores and just pretty much sitting on some of the shelves because they had so many to go around. So if you are trying to get one, hopefully you'll find plenty of them to go for because it doesn't look like they're selling out too quickly. I don't think they sold out too much on Hot Topic's website. I think it's been pretty moderate with anything that's been selling out, and they've restocked it quite a few times already too. So let me know for any of you SAO fans if you guys are excited to finally pick up this Asana Funko Pop. Now let's take a turn into some anime Funko Pop leaks that I know a lot of people are just begging to hear more and more of, and I try to give you guys as many as I possibly can. And for Hunter x Hunter fans, we have some more news about some new Funko Pops. Somewhat new, but not so many new characters, at least as far as we can tell so far. But we could be seeing a new Hisoka Funko Pop, a diamond glitter variant that's going to be exclusive maybe to Hot Topic. And this is thanks to Poppedia News on Instagram for that info. But we could be seeing this new Hisoka Funko Pop, and one thing I'm kind of fearful of, I guess I could say, is that diamond glitter variants normally I've seen just get reproduced with these same existing molds. So being that we already have a common variant of the Hisoka Funko Pop, I just imagine they're just going to take that same mold and spray diamond glitter all over it. It's not going to be that exciting in my opinion if that is the case. I'm kind of expecting that, but maybe they'll surprise us with a new mold. That would be really exciting because I know Hunter x Hunter fans and even the anime fans for that matter just waiting on anything to be just released relatively just close to their anime. Hopefully we can see some more Hunter x Hunter pops. There's even rumor that we could see a new Meruem Funko Pop that we talked about a little while ago that could be an exclusive as well. Not entirely confirming on where it's going to be exclusive as of yet, but according to Pop Freak on Instagram, he did say it's possibly going to be around November as earliest as we could see that new Meruem Funko Pop. But moving on, we could be seeing a new Inuyasha Funko Pop for Ses Homaru. You guys know what I'm about to say. I think I said it wrong. But this could be a glow-in-the-dark variant with her sword, and this is possibly going to be an exclusive as well. This is going to be really exciting because I know Inuyasha fans want to see different characters. I don't think this character, and I'm going to refrain from saying that name because that is a tongue twister. But then again, I think this character hasn't been made yet, and it looks like a pretty neat character in all honesty. I really want to get and watch this anime too. I just have a lot on my list, so I'll try to get there eventually. But this will be an exclusive possibly somewhere and to be in a glow-in-the-dark variant. I don't think the Inuyasha line has had any glow-in-the-dark yet, so this is exciting to see. So let me know for you Inuyasha fans if you're excited to see this new Seso. I'm not even going to attempt that name, but let me know if you're excited to see that. I have to wet my whistle. I didn't mean that in a weird way. By the way, we did just get a huge update about new Jujutsu Kaisen Funko Pops that we could see very soon. Yeah, that's a big deal that we're finally hearing this, and it's really odd because usually Funko takes a while to get new anime licensing for shows that pretty much just started not too long ago. Demon Slayer was a really tough battle that took a couple years to actually produce Funko Pops for and get that license and secure it. It was always bouncing around in terms of release dates. So with Jujutsu Kaisen, that's a kind of a shocker how they're already getting in the works of producing these pops, and this is thanks to Poppedia News on Instagram for sharing this info. I would say there's no estimated timeline as of now, but I would say we could probably earliest see it by the end of this year. That's just being optimistic about it. Most likely, we're not going to see Jujutsu Kaisen Funko Pops until 2022. It could be until a whole full year, maybe into the fall of next year. That's just something I'm predicting just because they need to actually secure the license and make sure they can make pops for it. And I'm pretty sure they're just going to make the first common wave of all the common characters that we do see, you know, the main characters in the show. And let me know down in the comments what exclusives or what chase variants you want to see of new Jujutsu Kaisen Funko Pops. And now we have some New York City Comic-Con Funko Pops going around off of an overseas retailer list, and thanks to Garvin on Instagram for sending me this, so thank you so much for letting me be aware of this new information. So we're going to go over a list of potential New York City Comic-Con Funko Pops that we could see at this year's convention, and the first one we're going to start off with is a new Marvel What If Supreme. So we are starting to see some new What If Funko Pops, and of course that new series is kind of I think the first 1 or 2 episodes are already out right now, and a lot of people are enjoying it, and I really want to get into it as well. So let me know what you guys guys are thinking about this. I think it's going to look pretty cool. I'm not entirely sure if this could be a certain variant or anything like that. They don't give a lot of description of what kind of variants we could have in this list, but it is something just to expect for this NYCC. And for Simpsons fans, we possibly are going to see a new Simpsons Funko Pop, and that is sexy Ned Flanders. It's been weird. I feel like we've been seeing a lot of Ned Flanders lately getting Funko Pops, and the Simpsons line has really been picking up in pace and getting Funko Pops lately, so that is cool. I know a lot of Simpsons fans are just excited to see wave after wave. Who knows, they could be the animation's next like DBZ line, just getting pop after pop, but they are coming out with a lot of cool pops for the Simpsons line. And then after that, we are going to be seeing some new DC Funko Pops, and this one's going to be part of the Batman line, and that's going to be Punchline. And I kind of looked into Punchline a little bit because I didn't know who that character was, but apparently it was kind of the replacement girlfriend of Joker, that kind of replaced Harley Quinn in a comic series, and I believe they did kind of a TV series as well. And she's kind of like even more sadistic than Harley Quinn, which is kind of hard to beat, but then again, it is a cool character that I kind of looked into. And then on top of that, we are going to see another DC Funko Pop, and that's going to be Superman's villain, and this is the Wizard. I don't know much about this character. I'm not a huge DC fan, as you guys can probably tell, or even a Marvel fan for that matter, but it does seem like we're getting a different array of characters for not only DC lines as well, but other Marvel ones too, especially with the What If going on now. But DC is getting some other characters that's not just Batman and Joker. We're getting some side characters, some villains as well. So this is encouraging to see, so let me know for you DC fans if you're excited to see these new characters. And like I said, Marvel is not finished getting some different characters that I don't think we've seen this one before, and this is Polaris, and I believe this is going to be a glow-in-the-dark variant, so that's going to be really cool. And like I said, some of these are going to have some variants on here that describe what it's going to be. Some of them won't, and we may be surprised. And keep in mind, even though this list does show potential pops we could see at NYCC, that does not mean it's going to actually happen. We had a list confirming a lot of stuff we thought for SDCC, and some of them didn't show up, so just keep that in mind. Not everything you will kind of be announced from this list will actually show up. But it's so cool that we're going to see some more Marvel pops. Every convention I feel like is always going to have a Marvel pop, so you guys are probably pretty excited to see that. And one big Marvel Funko Pop that I think a lot of people are going to go psycho for at this year's convention is a new Carnage Pop. Now what's crazy about this is we've had a Carnage Funko Pop for a previous NYCC in the past, and I think I have it somewhere over my shoulder. You might be able to see it. I think he's maybe right there. But this is going to be a new Carnage Funko Pop for NYCC 2021, and I'm assuming it's probably going to be connected with the newest released movie that will be happening later part of this year. I think they pushed it back to November, or I heard someone say it was going back into January of 2022. I'm not entirely sure if that's going to happen, but it does seem like there's going to be a big delay for the Venom movie, unfortunately. But what I'm trying to say is I think this is going to be a Carnage connected to that movie and that line. I don't know if it will be part of the kind of Marvel line that we've seen, like with the Blacklight Carnage that was part of that line, and then now we're going to probably see this part of the actual Venom line into the movie, or they could just make a whole kind of sub-variant of a kind of symbiote that's not necessarily part of this movie. Let me know what you guys think of it. It's still cool that we're going to see a new Carnage Funko Pop. I love Carnage as a symbiote in the Venom kind of series of everything like that. He is one of my kind of favorite symbiotes out there, so let me know what you guys are expecting it to look like. You think it's going to be different, or if it could have a type of variant to it as well. And is it going to be a limited piece? Because that's going to be pretty crazy, and I'm sure will be kind of the next Freddy Venom if that ever comes to the case of the hype. Now we're also going to be seeing some other NYCC exclusives, including Emperor's New Groove Funko Pop and Yzma Pop, and I feel like we've been seeing a lot more Emperor's New Groove Funko Pops coming around, especially for conventions. We just had one for, I believe, WonderCon, that 2-pack of Yzma and Kronk in their kind of lab uniform or lab coats they had going on, and the goggles. That was actually a pretty cool 2-pack, and now we're going to be getting another Yzma Pop, which apparently a lot of people are getting into the Emperor's New Groove Funko Pops lately, and Funko's not holding back and getting more and more, and they kind of seem more so like they're going to be, because we did have the Emperor's New Groove Funko Pop of Scout Leader Kronk, so that was cool, and it seems like they're just putting out convention exclusives as of now, and I'm sure we'll possibly even see a new wave in the future, but I haven't heard a lot about that yet. So let me know for this new Yzma Pop, what do you expect the variant of her to look like depending on the outfit she's wearing. By the way, if you guys remember the Three Musketeers Funko Pops, including Donald Duck, Mickey, and Goofy, well, we have seen the previous two, Donald Duck and Mickey, already for other convention exclusives not too far off, and now we're going to be finally seeing a Goofy Funko Pop, hopefully, for NYCC, and it's really interesting how they're doing this. They're making each Funko Pop a convention exclusive, and essentially you're going to get the whole trio together once this Goofy does come out, hopefully for NYCC. I've never really seen them do that to where they make kind of a triple pairing, at least, for one separate convention at a time. It's kind of weird why they wouldn't just do a 3-pack to begin with, but I guess that just kind of carries more hype over conventions. Let me know what you guys think about it, but we will possibly be seeing this new Goofy at NYCC. NYCC. And on to some other exclusives, we could be seeing a Lilo and Stitch Funko Pop of Stitch and Hair Roller. We have a lot of Lilo and Stitch Funko Pops coming out this year, and a lot of people do like it because it is one of the more popular franchise or popular Funko Pops in the franchise of Disney, and we've been seeing quite a few of them out there, and they do look good. I think they've always done well with the Lilo and Stitch line. But we could also be seeing some new retro Transformers Funko Pops, including an Optimus Prime, and it seems like every convention this year we've had a new Transformers Funko Pop. We had the Shockwave for FunCon, and then Soundwave was a GameStop exclusive as well. So we are seeing some more of these Transformers Funko Pops, so let me know if you guys are excited to see that. And of course, we cannot have a convention without Masters of the Universe Funko Pops, and we have a couple right here to go for NYCC. I do remember when they lost a license to Masters of the Universe because they wanted to go and produce their own toys with Mattel, and then they didn't sell so well, so they came back to Funko. So I'm sure a lot of Motu fans were excited to have them back for them to produce more Pops. So we are going to be seeing a new Zodak and Snakeface, and if I'm not mistaken, I think they made a Snakeface Funko Soda. I could be wrong, but they have been making a lot of Funko Sodas for the Masters of the Universe line, and now we're seeing a lot more characters too that aren't just Skeletors and He-Mans out there as well. So let me know for you Motu fans if you're excited to see these new characters. And a few more of these NYCC exclusives include a new Witcher Funko Pop, and this is going to be Geralt, and he's going to get a new Funko Pop. I know we're going to have some other ones, including him with Roach, and then his little sidekick buddy who always plays a little, whatever you call it. I totally blanked on his name, but you guys know probably who I'm talking about. It's a really good TV series as well, and I can't wait until they have the newest season out. But we could be seeing a new Witcher Funko Pop, and then a Alexis Rose Funko Pop for Schitt's Creek. I haven't seen that series. My parents just started watching it, and they absolutely fell in love with it. But on here, they have Alexis the, and I'm pretty sure it's just Alexis Rose. I'm not sure what's it implying here in the title of it. Maybe for you Schitt's Creek fans, you guys will understand maybe that reference, Alexis the. Complete the sentence. I don't know what that means, but then again, it's something that we could be seeing that's going to be new for NYCC. And then there's going to be a new Office Funko Pop. This one I think is actually pretty cool. It's going to be Fear Moe Schrute. If you guys remember in the series, that's where Moe Schrute, the cousin of Dwight Schrute, is wearing a shirt with pretty much tape that's like spelled out as fear, like I'm fear. So that was actually pretty cool to see that they could be making this, and it's going to be an NYCC exclusive. And then a couple other ones we're going to be seeing as well is a new Pop Rocks Funko Pop of John Lennon in an NYCC Funko Pop t-shirt as a Funko Pop. So that's actually going to be a pretty neat theme. I don't know why, but I'm pretty hard to guess that this could be a limited piece pop, and just because it's kind of having the NYCC theme to it. Let me know what you guys think about it. And the last one we could see, because this is not a complete list of it all, I'm sure there's going to be plenty more because we really haven't seen a lot on this list. Second to last one, actually, this is going to be a Pop Broadway Hamilton Lafayette, and this will be an NYCC exclusive. I'm not entirely sure if it will be a piece count or not. I just kind of guess because this is not a super popular line, it could be a piece count so Funko can sell this off better. Let me know what you guys think. And I know you anime fans are biting at the chomp to hear where are we going to get some more anime pops, especially for NYCC. Well, I did want to leave this one best for last for me. This could be a new My Hero Academia All Might with Bag and Umbrella, an NYCC exclusive for this year. And a lot of people are asking, what does a bag and umbrella have to do with All Might? Well, it's a very, not super small scene, but just not a super crazy one compared to all the other ones that have been in the iconic show and iconic scenes. But this is where I believe he's confronted with Deku in the street when he's walking home, and he has a grocery bag and an umbrella in the hand. They just kind of get into an emotional talk, I think, where he's just like kind of shocked at first. But this could be an NYCC exclusive. I share this on my Instagram page. If you guys haven't seen this, I share a lot of leaks on there, so if you guys want to check it out, check out @DudeMeets, where I have a lot of leaks for new anime Funko Pops. But this is something not a lot of people were super psyched to see. It doesn't seem that creative in terms of the idea for this Funko Pop, but at least it's a little different opposed to him in the same hero costume he's always in, or a weakened state. This will be him in his weakened state as far as we know. This is the only picture I could find of the bag and umbrella scene, but it's something different, and I think it is going to be cool, and I know a lot of people are still going to go after it. So let me know for you My Hero fans if you're excited to see this new All Might Funko Pop. And with that My Hero Academia Funko Pop, we have a bunch of other leaks for new pops, not for this newest wave coming out this fall, but actually into April of 2022 is kind of the projected timeline, and we have a bunch to go over. So to start off with the rest of the My Hero Academia Funko Pops, we could be seeing a whole new wave coming not into this year, because we are expecting a new wave, but this could be pretty much the second wave we could see into April of 2022 is a projected timeline timeline. Then again, take that with a grain of salt in terms of when it could come out, because delays can always happen, and this is based off an overseas retailer listing. I don't even know what the website name is, so please don't ask in the comments. I don't even know. I just saw the screenshot of what was listed on the site. I didn't see an actual name. But to start off, we could be seeing a new Deku with gloves. And I guess what's kind of special about this Funko Pop is that these gloves are more of his newest addition to his actual hero costume, and they're more of an upgrade to what he had previously, and they kind of help control his actual power blasts that come from his hands when he utilizes his quirk. So I think it's going to be a neat pop. I'm not entirely sure if they're going to have him in his hero costume or when he's actually trying on the gloves, but it's just something that we could see in the future for the My Hero Academia line. And like I've tried to mention, this is probably mostly going to be comments for what we're going to be seeing for these new My Hero Academia Funko Pops, but we have plenty more to go around. And this one I think is going to get a lot of people excited. Not necessarily how it's going to be presented though. I wish it would kind of gone a different way, but we are going to be seeing a new Fat Gum Funko Pop, but this will be the skinny version. This was highly requested when we found out about the first Fat Gum. A lot of people were wanting to see a Fat Gum and then a skinny version as the chase. I think that would have been a perfect idea. It would sell like hotcakes, but it seems like we could just be getting him as a common, so it kind of makes it easier for people to have the Fat Gum for FunCon, and then we're going to have this one as a common to be obtained, so it will make it easier to get it. But let me know what you guys think of this. I think it's going to look really cool to have a side-by-side of the Fat Gum and then of course the skinny version. I'm not sure if they're going to add the smile to this. I kind of highly doubt that, but it would just make it more complete and actually not look horrible. I don't think the Fat Gum that we have looks horrible, but it does look like it is missing something, and that gigantic smile is so iconic to his design. I was really surprised they let that out. But this is also projected for an April release. Then again, take that with a grain of salt, guys. Like I tell you, nothing is always confirmed with these dates, especially when it's overseas retailers. I've seen dates that have been shown for one date and then they get pushed back 4 months, so a lot of things can change. Most of these are projected around the same timeline because it does look like they're all of the same common wave. After that, we could be seeing a new character introduced into the My Hero Academia line. I think a lot of people are going to be super excited for it, and this is the Inasa Yurashi Funko Pop, part of Gale Force. If you guys remember this character, he's super cool, has a really cool ability. I believe it's kind of a wind ability or wind quirk, and I know I'm kind of describing that weirdly. I just haven't watched part of that scene in a long time, but it is a cool character, and I'm glad they're going to be introducing some other characters. A lot of people want to see the rest of the students part of the class to actually get made first before we have any other characters, but I think it's still a cool Funko Pop, so hopefully we do see that in the future. And on top of that one, we are going to be seeing a Kiyuka or Kiyuka Funko Pop, and if I'm saying that wrong, you guys understand why, but Kiyuka I think is the proper way to say it. She essentially has the earphone kind of jack quirk that's going on. A lot of people are super psyched to see this one too, because this is a character we have not seen yet. Hopefully they get her earphones right and they actually have them swirling around her. I think it would kind of make her quirk ability kind of more prominent in the design, so let me know what you guys think of that. And I don't know if I mentioned this before, but we could be seeing a new Hawks Funko Pop for an NYCC as an exclusive. However, on this retailer listing, they did show a Hawks Funko Pop that shows to be a common. So that could point to one of two things. We could be seeing additional Funko Pop for Hawks as a common, including the Hawks one for NYCC, or we could see the Hawks one that was for NYCC pushed back into April or into 2022. Instead of actually being a convention exclusive, it'll just turn into a comic. And for this next pop, I saw a lot of people super excited to see this when I posted this on my Instagram page, and this is the Yuga Aoyama Funko Pop, the Shining Hero, a very flamboyant and very shiny hero, like I said just before. And this is most likely going to be in his hero costume, where I imagine this should be metallic. There's no variant stated, so it may not, but the paint job probably will just come off as metallic, as they kind of do that with kind of shiny armor looking Funko Pops. But I think it's gonna be a really cool Funko Pop, and I think they can go along with making other variants and metallic variants, maybe even a glow for that matter, with the actual kind of gem that he has on his belt buckle right there, or at the abdomen right there. So I think it's gonna be a cool looking Funko Pop, and I saw a lot of people were super psyched to see this Yuga Funko Pop. Let me know what you guys are expecting to see, and opposed to all these comments, there probably will be other exclusives included in this new wave in 2022. Like I said, it's projected for April, but that could go a long way away. It could change all the time. We could possibly see these announced via the actual Toy Fair or FunCon or Funko Fair that could happen at the beginning of 2022, and then, you know, actual ship dates could occur in April. Alright, and now for a little update for the new Borto Sasuke Funko Pop that is a glow-in-the-dark variant. If you guys remember the actual Sasuke prototype that was picked up at the Fun Days event by Jason Marcel, and he showed off a glow-in-the-dark variant of it. It actually has the sword energy, or the electricity around the sword, glowing, which is a big telltale sign that this will be a glow-in-the-dark chase. We did did see some order listings showing that, so hopefully that actually comes true. And I kind of mentioned this before, this was actually planned to be a glow-in-the-dark chase released along that Sasuke specialty series for Borto, and it got canceled for some reason, but thankfully they kept the design and actually kept it up to now, so we could be seeing this with the newest wave. I wouldn't be surprised, being there's no point for them to hold it off, especially now that we have a Borto prototype of this, or the Borto Sasuke prototype, because they wouldn't release that when it's going to be way far ahead, but it could be any time now, or it could be way into the future. Let me know what you guys think about that, but it could be expected for this newest wave, which I'm really excited for. And what's really cool about this one is that, of course, the electricity around his sword does glow, and being that both eyes are exposed on the Funko Pop, once we see the official glams and the paint job of it, we could see his Rinnegan and his Sharingan actually glow, because I imagine they're not just going to make the energy around his sword glow. I think they're going to go a little bit more into detail. So let me know what you guys are expecting to see for this new Borto Sasuke Funko Pop. By the way, I did want to mention that Sasuke could be an exclusive to GameStop. That is a rumor going around. Not a huge confirmation on that, because sometimes GameStop doesn't get as many anime Funko Pops that are chase editions, so it's not super confirming on that. It could be even with AAA anime, which is more likely, but then again, this is something that's going around. Nothing to confirm about it. Take it with a grain of salt, but just something to think about. Okay, now we're going to be getting to the Anime Funko Pop leaks of Boruto and Naruto Shippuden pops out there, and this is going to be starting off with the Perfect Susano Kakashi Funko Pop. This is going to be a Pop Super that is kind of going to be an exclusive, probably with this most recent wave that could be coming out for the Shippuden line towards the winter part of this year, towards the end of this year. And this is probably going to be a 6 to 10 inch Funko Pop. Being it's part of the Pop Super line, they've kind of jumped between those two sizes, so it could be a 6 inch, but I kind of would imagine it would be a 10 inch just to fit that whole design. We don't know if it's going to be a metallic variant or if it's going to be a translucent, even glow in the dark for that matter. I know they struggled to kind of get these Susano kind of forms to glow. They've said it's too complex to actually formulate. I don't know what that means, but it seems like they're kind of struggling with that, so do not expect to get your hopes up on seeing it glow in the dark, but it would be awesome, and it makes sense to actually see that happen. However, there's not only going to be that Susano we could be seeing in 2022, most likely not this year, it should be going into 2022, is a new Madara Susano Funko Pop, and this is not confirming, this should be an exclusive, but it's not confirming on what form of his Susano will it be. We do know Kakashi's will be the perfect Susano. For Madara, I imagine they're going to go along the same line of having as a perfect Susano, but there was no official confirmation to show that in the description, so we're just going to call it a Susano for now. It could be several different forms of kind of one that has that kind of twin look, if you guys know what I'm talking about, where it's back to back and it has two faces. It could be that form, which I think that would actually be pretty neat to see, in all honesty, so we can't really confirm on what it's going to look like. But then again, this could be a 6 to 10 inch Funko Pop, part of the Pop Super line, probably having a release of 2022. And on top of that Susano, we have one more that we know of as of now, and that is the Sasuke Susano, part of the Shippuden line as well. And I'm really excited to see this one as well, because you can see that he will have maybe the two swords on dual hand kind of deal he's going on right there. So it will be cool to see them kind of make different variations of these Susanos that don't look too similar, because they do kind of look similar maybe to the naked eye for someone who doesn't recognize any Shippuden characters or any forms for that matter. But I think it's gonna be really cool to see these Susanos. It's a really cool, popular kind of idea that a lot of people have been excited to see and hopefully do a good job on in terms of making that design look right. I would love to see them glow. In the very least, I like to see them translucent and maybe even have a small pop figure of Sasuke or Madara or Kakashi in there. It would be a really nice touch. And do not worry, we have plenty of more Naruto Shippuden leaks to go around. We're going to be going off of the new Pop Anime moment of Pain versus Naruto. This is thanks to Pop Freak on Instagram for sharing this. This could be a new exclusive, and let me tell you, this is one of the most hyped up Funko Pops I'd imagine will happen coming into probably 2022. I don't imagine they'll release it with the most recent wave that could be coming out towards the end of this year. They could surprise us, but I kind of think they'll hold off and put that, because it's a pretty iconic piece that they'll sell, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be pretty popular once it does come out. And it's going to be an exclusive as well. I'm not entirely sure where it could end up or any release dates for that matter, but it does seem like it could be a 2022 release. And not to mention, I can't say a lot about this one. I really love to, but I have to keep my mouth shut as close as I possibly can. But we could be just seeing more Pain Funko Pops coming out in the future. I'm not going to say any timeline for that matter, but there's going to be some Pain Funko Pops that you guys are going to absolutely love, and there's going to be some really cool designs out there that I think it's going to be really unique. It's not going to be an ordinary Pain Funko Pop of him just, you know, standing there. It's going to be something really unique, so just keep that in mind. And as I kind of mentioned over and over, as I annoy you guys with Boruto Funko Funko Pops and everything. We do know of the most common Funko Pops that were unveiled at the Fun Days event, and we could be seeing them going up for pre-order. I would say as early as towards the end of this month. We are getting later into this month, so I'm kind of losing hope, but I'm sure they will reveal them fairly soon and we can see official pre-orders go up. But we could be seeing a new Borto Funko Pop anime moment, Sasuke and Naruto versus Momoshiki. Now, I don't believe this is going to be released with the most recent wave coming out within, maybe this month or into the next one. It should be a 2022 release, and it's unknown for now if it will be an exclusive or common. I would bet my money to say this will be an exclusive. Then again, we have seen an anime moment with a Demon Slayer being a common, so maybe they will decide just to keep, the Naruto Shippuden one that could be coming out with Pain and Naruto as an exclusive and keeping this one as a common. But the point of the matter is we could be seeing this into 2022, I imagine, as pretty much the earliest. I don't entirely know the date that we could see it, but I don't think it's going to be coming out this year. But it's a really iconic scene out of the Boruto anime, one of the best fight scenes I've seen in a long time. The animation is superb. You guys should really check it out if you haven't seen this fight scene. And this is pretty much the image I have up here is what we could see in terms of the actual moment described, what I'm trying to show you guys of Naruto and Sasuke on one side and then Momoshiki holding them off. I think it's going to look really cool, and hopefully they bring it out with an actual glow-in-the-dark variant, kind of with the electricity around Sasuke and the glow of the six-path chakra that you see, or the form covering Naruto's hand. But let me know what you guys think about it. I think it's going to be insanely cool, and I'm really excited to see Momoshiki in Funko Pop form, because we're going to have 3 characters here, and we're going to see Sasuke and Naruto obviously included in that. But hopefully with that showing Momoshiki in that anime moment, we could actually start seeing other characters, or more so villains, produced for the Borto Funko Pop line. And a few more things for some other Funko Pop leaks out there. There is going to be a new Pokemon Pop, and we kind of talked about some of them, like the Lucario and Pidgeotto and the Dragonite, but this one is actually going to be a Lucario, but it's going to be an exclusive as a 10-inch Funko Pop. So I think that's going to be really cool. I imagine, I'm just kind of guessing, it could be a Target or Walmart exclusive. That's my guess, because I feel like every Target is going to get a Pokemon Pop eventually, and it's just going to be another 10-inch form. So it does look like they're going to have a common release of Lucario and a 10-inch Funko Pop variant as an exclusive. Also, I don't want to forget to mention this, but I know you One Piece fans are always wanting to know about the newest Pops for your line to come out, and we could be seeing a Hot Topic exclusive Chase edition of an unknown One Piece character. We did hear about the Useless Kid Funko Pop having a Chase, but I don't believe this is associated with that. This could be a whole different ball game of another Funko Pop. May or may not have seen before as of yet, but it's just as of now an unknown character. So for you One Piece fans, let me know what you would like to see as a Chase edition for a new One Piece character. And one last thing before I do leave you off, I do want to mention this kind of weird information, but something just to keep you guys, in your ears and eyes open for if this could happen in the future. We could see a Tobirama and Hashirama 2-pack for Naruto Shippuden, and I want you guys to take that with a light, tiny little grain of salt, because the reason why I say that is this was actually supposed to come out in 2018. And this is thanks to Mikey of the Hidden Leaf for sharing this info, but we were supposed to see that and they canceled the idea for some reason. So the point I'm trying to say is because even that Boruto Sasuke Chase edition got canceled, and now we're kind of seeing it reamped in term maybe into this next wave, there's always a chance for a canceled pop to make a comeback. And the reason I say that we could see this is because we're having a lot of anime pops coming out this year, and especially for Naruto as well into 2022. So it seems like Funko does have that idea of the 2-pack in mind, and they could release it in the future. Let me know what you guys think of it and other 2-packs you guys want to see. This could be an exclusive. I'm not entirely sure. There's not a lot of info around it, but we could see it way into the future, and there's really no timeline set for it at all. It's just something that Funko was going to do and then canceled the idea. I'd imagine they make a 2-pack of them reanimated, but they don't necessarily have to do that. I would kind of like them to steer away from reanimated pops, because I feel like we're seeing too many of them as of now, but it's just something to keep in mind of what they could do. But let me know what of your opinions you could see of that 2-pack, and do you want to see them reanimated? Do you want to see them when they're still alive and together, or younger? I think it's going to be really cool if we do see that in the future. It's just something to keep in mind if they ever do have that chance to produce it again. Holy moly, that was a lot of news. I know, guys, I know it was kind of hard to get through it, but there's a lot of cool stuff going around and a lot of stuff we could see in the very near future, and plenty of new lines that are going to be revealed fairly soon coming this fall and into the winter for anime especially, and a bunch of other new pops and restocks that are occurring through as well. So let me know, out of these new restocks, new pops, what are you guys really happy to get and excited to get as well and looking forward to? And out of these all these anime leaks that are going around, what are you most highly anticipated to see? So if you found this video extremely helpful and fun fun and enjoyable, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, and don't forget to hit that notification bell, because every time I post a new video, you will get notified so you don't miss any of the new Funko news. And if you want to, check out my Instagram page at DudeMeeps, because that's where I post a lot of these new leaks before it becomes on the YouTube channel. And just a little thing before we jump off, this outro that I have right now, I know it's really bland and boring. I am working on a new one and trying to fix up the entire YouTube channel and get an upgrade, a new look to it all. We do have the intro here as of now, but we are working on the outro and adding a little fun stuff in there too, so you guys are going to see something new. Don't forget about that. It will be cool, and it will happen probably in the future, sometime, maybe a couple weeks, because we have a lot of stuff going on. But that's just a little reminder to let you guys know. But you guys know what I always say: enjoy what you collect and let other people enjoy what they collect, and remember, always have fun with it. See ya!